believe it's on, but don't quote me. Man, listen, it's Friday. I'm here, obviously. This is my shit. You can't see my shirt, but it's pretty cool. I didn't shoot Tuesday. Had a real rough week. I'll just say that. But it ended up being for a blessing. Freed up my goddamn time, so it is what it is, man. I just was stuck messing with my car again. But that's no issue because we got that fixed as well. Friday is here. I got a special guest in the building. She's ready to go. DP's in the building. Of course, he's always talking a lot. And then I have my newest friend. Can I tell him that you're here? You don't want nobody? Man, listen. She gonna make me rich and famous. That's all I'm gonna say. She's gonna make me very rich and famous. So I guess that means I'm something like a big deal. Maybe not. So if you jump in here, man, and you want to have conversations with us, you know what to do. Share the live. Get on the phone. I won't use the grandmother today, all because it's a very sensitive subject in the room, so we won't say grandma, but we love grannies. Tell your mama to call her sister. Get on the phone with her niece and nephews. Get the little badass kids from around the corner. Tell them to turn on the watch parties. Get these lives shared because I just want to talk his own, and that's all that matters. I'm here. I don't got a fresh shave, but it looks good enough for me to be on camera. Don't look like I'm a hobo. DP, it's been a long week. You in your phone before I even get to you. See, this is why this nigga getting fired. But as soon as Revolt comes, shout out to my boy Diddy. Diddy, I didn't mean to talk about you pissing on Carisha last week. I'm sorry. I want to get on Revolt. I know they say you shouldn't say who your next boss should be. Barstool Sports, y'all gave Wallow and Gilly all the money. I don't think y'all got that much money left. Diddy, come and get me so I can fire Dennis. I'm sick of this nigga, man. Come and get me. Either way it go, people, let me calm down. Because you know what? I'm too amped up for the moment. I got 939 people watching me, and I'm trying to get to 1,000. So I don't want to piss nobody off because I seem to do a great job at that, and I lose one subscriber every day. Sometimes it's like 10. I don't really know what's going on here, people, but it's crazy. I'm late, but I'm always fashionable, of course. You see me, I bust out a new hat for this. This nigga got some damn Jordan 1s on in my podcast studio. I'm about to put her out because I don't own them. But let me put it on the big group shot. Miss Venus, so fly. How you feeling, man? We finally got you in the building. How does it feel to be a part of I Just Want to Talk podcast?
Man, I'm geeked up. Peace and love, everybody.
Geek up. That was one of my thug song days. I think it was like 2 Chainz or somebody. I don't think that was 2 Chainz. So
I don't listen to nothing but church music. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Why you gonna sit
That's
here and lie?
That's all you listen to?
That's all I listen to.
DP, what's up, man?
Man, I'm good, man. It's a good week. Coming off a nice little race. That did some numbers, man. Pulled a hamstring, but I'm good, baby. I'm good. I'm back.
The race definitely did some numbers. I appreciate y'all for the 1,000 people who watched DP get his ass kicked by his little brother on my live on a Thursday morning, like 9 in the morning. What the hell is y'all doing on Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning that y'all was watching us?
I'm so passionate, bro. I'm still an athlete. I don't care how much weight I gain, baby. I'm an athlete.
Hey, DP said he wants all the smoke with
on the
Brandon Ship, Mike White, the track coach for wherever, Brandon, whatever your name is, track coach. If you ain't watching this, you should be, damn it. Your wife should leave you if you're not watching my podcast. You're not worthy of her love if you're not watching I Just Want to Talk. How about that? Either way, you can come race too. I got some money on the smallest, skinniest person in the room that ran track when he was in high school. You know, you fat motherfuckers, y'all like me. I don't understand. I don't understand why y'all want to do this to yourselves and run these races, man.
Who you betting on, Mike?
Fool. No, actually, it's the track coach that I'm telling that he's not worthy of his wife's love. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna win all the money. Brandon Ship, you too big, G. Your upper body. I just feel like you're going to be doing this with your arms and you're not going to go too fast, man. But either way, man, y'all here. I'm here. We having a good time. Cedar's in the building. Cedar, how you doing? Secrets is in the building. Mr. Thanksgiving. I don't know who the hell you are, man, but whoever you are, bro, you be here showing some love. So let's get this thing up and going. Bissette, Venus. I don't know what I'm going to call you. I'm going to call her the queen of RGB because she stay in that red, black, and green.
Yes.
You love you some you, don't you?
Absolutely.
Tell us how much you love your people real quick before we get started.
Well, you know, my allegiance.
When a black woman hits you with that, well.
So, you know, my allegiance is always to my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about black empowerment, all about black love. You know, it's black or nothing else with
Uh-oh.
me. You know what I'm saying? It's B1.
I love
Always.
that you racist. I'm racist too. I just love black people.
That was so,
I am not racist.
No,
Hey.
the word racist is not a negative. Help them out. Natish can help them out. All the IST means is that you are of your culture.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes,
It's
that is
your
true.
race, and I just love my race. That's it. I don't not
That is
like any
true.
other people.
that's dope. But black people owe me money. Let's go to this first stop.
That
Hey,
is
listen.
true.
If you owe DP some money, get it to him because
I
I'm
need
tired
all
of.
$35 that I got in the streets
Man,
right now.
I am tired of this dude and his money talk, man. Y'all come get
I
him
need all
because
35 of
if
it.
he jump off the bridge over $35, man, I'm gonna need a new co-host. So go ahead and start filling out them goddamn applications right now. So look, man, as usual, man, we finna get into these topics because there's some decent ones. I don't think they too deep. I got one that I really want to dig into because it means more to me than anything else, but we'll let it go as it goes. So earlier this week, Eva Marcille says that she wants child support. Why does she want child support? Because the man that she was married to for 8 years, he adopted her oldest child, 6 years, I apologize. He adopted her oldest child. They got a divorce. She's getting pre or post-marital money. She wants child support for the 2 kids that they have as well as the one that he adopted. Is this fair? And she's demanding child support for a child that he adopted. You know, I think it sucks simply because, hey, man, I chose to love your child. I'm going to take care of this child, but you can't demand that I pay child support for a child that technically isn't mine. What y'all got, man? It doesn't matter who take this one first because this one is up in the air.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Ladies first. I'm a gentleman.
gonna defer.
So let me just say this, right? You know, I think it's asinine for her to even
somebody get her addiction.
demand.
You on my seat? Is you coming from my seat?
No, this is, you know,
Coming here talking about some goddamn asinine.
it
I'm
is-
the one
it is
with the goddamn
asinine
vocabulary in
for
here.
her to even demand child support from a child that is not his.
Okay.
Let me make something clear to all the sisters. When a man come into your life and you already have a child,
I feel good.
he is coming in loving your child.
100%.
He's accepting your child.
100%.
A lot of times when men adopt the child that is not his, that is his way of saying, hey, I'm accepting this child. That means I'm going to treat this child as if it is my own because I understand that y'all are a package deal. You don't demand a man to take care of a child after you're not together that is simply not his. And to me, it's a slap in the face to him. And it really doesn't show the appreciation that she should have for him by actually saying, hey, give me child support for this man, for this child, even though the child is not biologically yours. So I think that that's bogus. And I think that, you know, all the ladies that's out there, you know, don't be trying to be Eva now. Don't be Eva because, you know, when we look at celebrities, we got to understand something here. They live a totally different world that we live in. That woman got money. So if she never get a piece of child support for that baby that's not his, she's still capable of taking care.
She still got money coming in.
She still got money coming in. She's capable of taking care of it. You know what I'm saying?
She was an American Next Top model.
Yes, yes. I followed her because I
Yeah.
used to watch that.
Shout out to Tyra Banks and her forehead, by the way. I miss Tyra Banks' forehead. Her
She look
forehead
good.
was real big, man, on Higher Learning. When she got shot and she like
It
threw her
was-
head back, like her forehead almost hit the camera and the boom mic at the same time. Shout out to America's Next Top Model. DP,
Shout
what you
out.
got, man?
So, if I was talking to him, my first question would be, was this just your done to impress this woman, or did you really have a bond with her child?
Okay.
If you tell a kid that you're going to be their father, this is a bond between you and them.
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about mom. Push mom all the way out of this.
Yeah.
Once I lock in with a child, I'm never going anywhere. Ain't no such thing as being disrespectful to ask for child support for your child. That's your kid that you put papers on.
Yeah.
You locked in, dude. Unless, only way that you're going to fight that is if you really feel like, man, this ain't my kid. If once I tell you that you mine, everything that comes with you is mine. I don't want nobody else to take care of my kid.
Well,
but to me, and this is only my opinion, once you sit up there and you say, this is my kid, and everything that comes with him. I don't want anybody else to sponsor my child.
Right.
If I sign off on you and I adopt you, that's my kid. That's my responsibilities. I'm paying for school, medical, everything.
Yeah.
I take pride in that. So if you not doing that for that kid, don't do it for mine, because you and mom could fall out at any time.
Right.
You do that because you love that baby like they're yours.
Okay, so then
To me, he's a sucker.
Well, no. Let's slow down. Let's back this train up, because Michael Sterling isn't the one who's saying I don't want to pay. The post just says debate erupts after Eva Marcille demands that he pay. So in his defense, if I may, he adopted the child, so he's with the child 100%. Like, hey, I love you. I want you to come into my family because your father decided to go away. And all the reason because he decided to go, that's none the wiser. We don't care. I'm going to bring you in, and then ultimately, you know, me and mom, we have more children together, so you don't feel ostracized in this at all. We don't want you to feel like you're not a part of this. I think the media world just kind of took it and ran with it because she's demanding. She's like, no, I want child support for my two and this one right here. Put this one in. So the argument here is, or the conversation, let's not call it an argument, because then they're going to think that we're concerned what's happening here. We're just lending our opinion. Everybody's entitled to one. This is ours. You know, is it right for her to demand child support for this child?
If there's no kickback from him, it's not even a story. We only know about it because there had to be some kickback.
That's not true.
Otherwise,
That's not true.
Otherwise, he's paying child support for their children. No, there's no story.
Right, but what she's saying in her post, Eva Marcille, she's saying, oh no, he's going to pay child support for all my kids, including the one that he adopted. So it's her that's pushing the narrative of this is what's going to happen.
So she made a post?
Yes. She all on social media.
What does the post say?
The post is just that. He's going to pay me, you know what I'm saying? This is over with, and this is an interview. It's not a post, it's an interview. It's on the Shade Room, like early Sunday, I think.
I hate that she separated them in her conversation. If that's the way it happened,
Because yep,
there's no point in separating them, because if he's really locked in, I was gonna pay for all three of them anyway.
But that's the argument. It's not the Shade Room. It's the other one. I'm sorry. Me and Whit was just talking about it on the phone earlier, like Neighborhood Talk or something like that. And it was like an interview she was doing, and she was like, well, he's gonna pay for all of my kids, including the one he adopted. And like she's being forceful, not like disrespectfully forceful, but I mean, it's you know, in the fodder of conversation. And then they like, well, why would you? I think the interviewer was like, well, what? Like he was even confused, like, well, if he adopted the child, why wouldn't he pay child support for all of them, or whatever the case may be? The question just, is it right for her to demand for all of the children?
Yes.
Absolutely not. It's not even right for her to get on there and talk about it.
That's what I think. That's what my take is.
This is the problem that we have as black women.
Okay.
We talk too damn much. We need to learn how to close our mouth. Don't nobody you ain't got to get up there and do no interviews and say, oh, he gonna pay for all my. Go sit down and be quiet.
Right.
And talk amongst yourselves, because what you're doing is you're exposing, not only are you exposing your relationship or your marriage or whatever it is with your husband, but you're also exposing your kids in a certain way.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's absolutely wrong for just getting up there, opening her mouth.
Okay.
She should be really just get somewhere and sit down and be quiet. It don't
Just
even take all of that. Chill out. First of all, he's a man. And this is another problem that we have.
Come on.
We want to sit up here and try to talk at these men. And listen, when you got a man and he's a man's man, you can't tell him what to do.
Yeah.
He will fight you on whatever. Even if he didn't want to pay child support.
Yeah.
The way you're conducting yourselves, who said that the universe is going to be on your side, because you already out of pocket?
Come on. And I think that's just, for me, that's the hang up. I mean, I don't have an issue with, her talking at him or whatever the case may be. But if he came into the fold and he adopted this child, then what is the issue here? Like, why are you trying to make him out to be like he didn't want to care for this child? I wouldn't have adopted this child if I didn't want to care for this child and pay for this child. Like you said, bro, physically, mentally, you know what I mean? Medical, whatever I need to pay for, I'm going to handle what I'm supposed to handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I came into this for. When I fell in love with you, I loved your seed as well. So I'm bringing them into the fold. Why are you choosing to be forceful in this conversation to say, hey, you know, this is what you're going to do? It's a little,
I hate that.
it's giving thirsty.
I hate that she spoke on this publicly.
Yeah.
But for her to speak on it sounds like there was kickback. Otherwise, I'm not going to even say it. I'm not going to say all of my kids, including the one that he adopted.
Right.
I'm only saying that because he's saying, I do for these two, but I'm not paying for this one. It's not even a conversation if he didn't say it. You know what I mean?
And I mean, that makes sense, DP. It's just, why would he adopt a child to have kickback? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
because a lot of people do stuff for that look of, man, he really rocking with her in that moment that he likes her. Because, you know, I always say people don't love people for real anyway. Most people ain't never loved nobody.
right.
So he was infatuated with her for a moment. That junk ran out. They had a couple kids. He ready to skeet and skedaddle. And now she got this other kid. Child support high. It's crap for them two already. You got the third kid that I adopted. But, man, I don't really want to be bothered with this kid for real.
Right.
And now it's like, well, hold on. I pay for my two, but I ain't paying for this third one. Bro, you just did that because it sounded good in the moment.
That's clean. I like it. I like it. I can see
And
what
he
you
probably
did
did do it because it sounded good in the moment.
I know it. You could tell.
'Cause men, you know, sometimes some men do it. You know what I'm saying? They do it, and some women do it.
I mean, because in the moment, in the moment, I do some crazy stuff too. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I do
Especially
crazy in the moment. But in the man, listen,
the beginning.
Hey, listen, I will deal with child support in the moment, boy. Well, I will turn into Jody in the heartbeat. You gonna have my baby. I'm not adopting no kids, man. Listen, I come into this. Hey, man, you need me to babysit? I got you. Oh, your kid needs some shoes for the school year? I got you. Can you adopt my kid? Motherfucker, is you crazy? Huh? Hey, I'm not adopting no kids, man.
Technically, he didn't really need to adopt the child, even if he was just gonna, you know, they ended up being married and everything anyway.
Yeah.
So he didn't really need to adopt the child. So, like, you know, even what Dennis said, you know, did you do that because, you know, the cookie was real good, she was laying it on you?
That's what it was.
You know, and you was just like, dun, dun, dun.
You can look at a young Michael Sterling and tell he wasn't getting it regular. His tie is tied all the way tight. He got that Windsor knot all the way at the nape of his neck. Come on, brother. I need you to loosen up a little bit.
Bro, it's hard to tie them Windsor knots, boy.
Man, he tied that motherfucker, then tied the knot right behind it when he was
on
saw
YouTube trying to figure that mug was hard, boy.
I need you to get your life together. Secret says, I've been through this firsthand. He did that for that woman. Hey, listen, I'm not arguing it, but it was something that came across the docket. And I was like, hey, man, it's talk worthy. Now, would I had adopted her kid? No, because she was on Tyra Banks' show, and Tyra Banks got a big ass forehead. Shout out to Tyra Banks' forehead, man. Listen, I'm not trying to start no arguments.
You better leave Tyra's forehead alone.
Hey, listen. So quick, pause break for some money. For the latest and greatest of health meals, get yourself an insanely fit meal by Aaron Sane. I need y'all to get over to www.aaronsane.com. That is ARRONSAIN.com. Go get y'all some of them insanely fit meals, man, and make my brother a lot of money so he can get this damn. Well, he told everybody, so he get the Chicago Bear job, and I can go to all the goddamn home games. So let's do it. Get over down to www.aaronsane.com, man. Get you some of them insanely fit meals. If you haven't ordered today, you probably got until about 11:30, 12 o'clock to get them orders in so you can pick your meals up on Sunday. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I fumbled the bag right there. So, again, man, switching gears. We kicked that one a little bit. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I think I beat DP. I agree with Miss Venus. I don't care what Dennis has to say. Natishka is in the building. I'm finna put her out. I'm not gonna let this go. She got some shoes on that I don't have, and I feel some type of way. Hey, man, so I'm on Instagram this week, man, and I scroll past this video. And you know what? I don't too often call black men clowns because I don't like that tag for black men. But this Mickey Ficky right here is a clown. Y'all check this out.
Where dudes like attention. We are in a day where dudes like attention. And they're actually so addicted to attention that they're afraid of being in a day where dudes like attention. We are in a day where dudes like attention. And they're actually so addicted to attention that they're afraid of being in a committed relationship because they're afraid of losing the DMs that they get They like being the single guy that's kind of available that no one can really get. They love to be able to walk in a room with no ring. They love the way women kind of flirt with them. They are so addicted to it that they really don't want to give that up. And so they're saying, I'm having fun dating, even though I really don't want to get married. And that's like going on job interviews and never getting a check. So I don't understand.
Yeah. So so in the clip, man, we have a black man saying that men today, and I can only assume that he's talking about black men because we have conversations about our culture. We don't have conversations about other people's cultures because we're not other people. We are the people. Right. But that's a whole nother story. Venus, we're going to talk about it off camera. Oh, okay. So don't get it started. Don't turn the engine on. Don't turn the engine on because it's summer. So you don't got to let it warm up. We're just going to roll right into it. Come on, let's go. So on this video, you have this black man saying that men, naturally black men, seeking attention out here. So they don't really truly want wives. They don't want wives because they don't want to lose the attention that they're getting in the DMs. They don't want to lose the attention that they're getting out in the streets and being single. Once you give that tag, I'm in a relationship, I have somebody, you start to lose sense of self by, oh, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. I think this dude is a clown and a half. DP, touch this one first for me, man.
Can I pass it?
No,
I really don't want you to pass it.
I want to hear what you say.
I don't want you to pass it.
Yes.
I won't set it on fire. I'm just going to come straight out.
Go on ahead.
I hate the fact that he put a negative connotation on wanting attention.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
Okay.
You can be a man who wants attention from multiple people and not be doing anything wrong. Mm-hmm. You can be flattered by the fact that you are popping because he's talking about a guy who's in demand. He's also talking about something he knows nothing about. You don't know nothing about this life.
Nothing.
So because you know nothing about the man that you speak of, watch your mouth how you talk about me. Mm-hmm. Because he knows nothing about the man that he speaks of, he's downplaying it because he has to pander to find one woman who will take him serious. If he likes women, and I won't even do that to him, but if he likes women, he has to pander to find one person to spend the rest of his life with, hopefully. This is not a guy who's in demand. And he made it sound like a negative thing to be just that, and it's not.
Yeah.
He said it's like going on a bunch of job interviews and never getting a check. Bro, no, it's not. It's like being a person who owns a business and you sell to your individual contractors and then you move around.
Yeah.
Oh, you ate. You ate, bro. You not broke afterward.
I can understand. What you got, Venus?
Oh, so let me just say, like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with attention. As far as men and women, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Women want attention. Men want attention. Men like attention. Women like attention. Hell, I love attention. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
That's why you let your locks grow so long, because you want people to talk about how long your locks.
I knew it.
I was sitting here all night trying to figure out why your locks were so long. And now I know you just wanted attention.
I'm trying to tell you for real. It's the attention for me. But no, seriously. So, when I look at the clip, I'm like, okay, you kind of...
saucy.
He a little saucy, you know what I'm saying? And he's talking, against men.
Yeah.
And this is what I don't like, is you got a man who, like other men, talk about...
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Talk about men.
Yeah.
And say, oh, men need attention, and this is why they won't commit. And listen... That's not true. And I hope nobody, hope is irrational thinking, but I hope nobody really really take that serious. Like they put anybody on a camera to say anything.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong, even in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? The woman ain't got to be the only one that get complimented and get the attention. You supposed to give that back to your man. You know what I'm saying? The man has to feel a certain type of way, just like the woman do. So men, brothers, you like attention?
Go
Have
seek it.
at it.
Go seek it.
Get your attention. Just don't do nothing crazy.
Just don't be DA. Shit. This is a tough one for me. So he's sitting on this panel, getting back to what DA said, what DP said. Watch your mouth how you talk about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you said, you know, you're speaking of something that you firsthand know nothing about. But I'll be honest, I get more attention wearing this than I do as a single man. All because, and I won't say,
I'm gonna tell you.
I'll say abroad, but more so in my city, because people see how I am with my children. They see how I am with my wife. They see, although, you know, I've done what I've done, they still see like he holds her in the highest regard. And they be sitting back looking like, damn, the way he loves this woman, I got this man that don't even got kids with me. He'll treat me like shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's that to me, man, that's a little slow on the part. Like DP said, I won't even attack the fact that he seemed a little spicy to me. But I mean, it's like, bro, I'm going to be honest. You are, what is it, DP? 80% of dudes that don't get coochie regular, excuse my language, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But he's one of those dudes, or even if it's boy coochie, whatever he wants to get,
no such thing.
He's getting, but he's not getting it regular. So he has to pull at somebody else to pull somebody else down to uplift himself. And I mean, like, come on, bro. Like
that.
You sounding a little bit off kilter. Now, if dudes are getting DMs, just like Venus said, bro, of course, I want to feel like I'm worth something. You know what I'm saying? Just like women, you know, put on a full face, or they might put on that nice form-fitting outfit, jeans, whatever, because they want to look. Who's to say that a man don't want to look too? I want to know that I'm holding down what I'm supposed to be holding down, because don't nobody want somebody that don't nobody want. So you know what I'm saying? Right. What's wrong with that? So just because I'm getting that, bro, that doesn't mean that I'm a little less willing to be in a relationship or be involved with somebody.
Right.
That's not the case. We could actually dig into why men don't want to be in relationships, but I don't know how much time y'all have. We can dig into why women don't want to be in relationships, but I don't know how much time y'all have. He's just a little bit off kilter for me, bro. Like, that's not it. Go ahead, bro.
What was crazy is when I seen that video, I was on there arguing with like the thread was so long. Like we had like 400 and something comments.
Wow.
Mostly men, and they were against me.
Yeah.
They agreed with him. And a lot of those men were married as well.
They probably not getting they ain't getting nothing that night, bro. That's why.
And they the ones he talking about, really.
100%.
I mean, they married, but still, they the ones he talking about. You know, they identify with what he's saying. So when you come on and say, nah, you know what I'm saying? They looking at you like.
They were putting it in a space of,
come on,
just like he said, they was just saying like, men don't want to be married because they want to chase women forever. So they made it sound like it was a negative thing to chase women. The only thing that's negative is lying.
Right.
If you lie about wanting to be in the chase, now you're foul.
Right.
But if you're just in the chase and you're hunting forever, have at it.
Like, who's to say you're a bad individual?
But the chase does not validate that you're going to get what 100%. You're chasing. You know why?
100%.
Because the woman is the one that chooses.
Point blank, period.
So when you approach that woman,
unless she's up against me.
I mean, when you approach that woman,
my close rate, Venus, I'm sorry for stepping on your toes, but my close rate is crazy. I'm somewhere like 89%. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm him.
But
that's not my fault.
Chooses,
I was born as handsome.
Like your wife.
Yeah.
She chose you.
No, she didn't.
But
hey, listen,
what I'm saying,
first of all, I'm pretty Tony.
Right.
She didn't choose me.
But what I'm saying,
okay.
Didn't you throw that Mac on her though?
Hey, and you said it right. I'm the Mac.
Right.
You see the movie. You see the movie.
But
don't make me start quoting.
When you throw the Mac on a woman, it's gonna be her that's gonna be like, okay.
She was receptive of
She
my
was
pimping.
receptive of your
She was
pimping.
receptive of my pimping. Let's just say that. Honey, I hope you're not watching this. I'll be home right after the show.
See, man, you know how Dennis be having me talk. Don't even.
Man, we talked about this beforehand, and I was like, hey, so,
in
I'm going to say some
trouble.
things to make me look good, but y'all know I'm just talking, right? You know what I'm saying? So, Pint, if you're watching this, baby, which I hope you're not because you're at a church festival, shout out to Christians. You know? Yeah, no, man.
You're so funny.
These types of conversations are scary to me though, because this is coming from a man. You know what I mean? Quote unquote, regardless if he's spicy or not, bro.
Regardless.
And I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's crazy segue. I'm not saying this to say anything, but he just gives me that Derrick Jaxn feel, bro. Like, even if you are a man that's after women, like, stop taking that pandering approach, bro, because that's not gonna help you.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, Venus. Just because you chasing, that doesn't mean that she's going to be receptive for
That's
what
right.
she's not picking up what you setting down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes, I really do truly think that this conversation was based on the fact that a lot of these dudes a lot of these guys think it's easy to get women nowadays. And it's not. You're looking at social media as the overall of women, and that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Two very beautiful women sitting in the studio right now, covered to the nines, but very sexy in their own right. Point blank, period. Yeah, no, everywhere you go, bro, you're not finna see some girl twerking on the corner and you thinking, oh, yeah, I'm finna get this. Nah,
Right.
bro, you got to chill, bro. Keep jumping in DMs like you doing lame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how to have the conversation in the library, in the grocery store,
Right,
in the line, picking your kids up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that ability to just address a woman and get her to have open-ended conversation with you. So you probably a DM stalker. That's why he mentioned that. Oh, because they getting them DMs. Man, I don't nobody getting no DMs. Bro, I ain't getting no DMs at my brother. No, I ain't getting no DMs. You know, you know what I'm saying? So that's not the case. Most dudes and creeps, they're actually sending the DMs. They're not getting them. Now, when I first started out and I was single on social media, they say, oh, man, I didn't know you had a social media. What you doing, big head? Like, oh, okay, I know what that big head mean. Come here, girl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, man. I feel like any dude who's speaking in this sense of the conversation, bro, you're not getting it regular, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you want women to look at you the same way they look at Derrick Jaxn, but it's a difference. That nigga lift weights and you don't. Nigga, you're fat. Ain't nobody coming at you. You looking like me up here trying to pander to some women so you can get what Derrick Jaxn done lost. But speaking of Derrick Jaxn, dang. Speaking of Derrick Jaxn, so if anybody who knows the story, Derrick Jaxn had an estranged wife that apparently nobody knew about. I don't know if y'all even know that was a thing, but he never broadcast his wife at all. Lo and behold,
I knew he was married.
I didn't, pandering ass. Whew.
I never believed.
Don't get on Derrick Jaxn.
I ain't gonna even lie.
hate this dude with
bro,
a passion.
and hate is a very strong word. That's why my lips as big as they is. 'Cause I used to say hate a lot as a kid and get popped in them. You know what I'm saying? But I very strongly dislike how this dude got down, man. He's out here telling these women, don't accept a man that don't put you on a pedestal. Don't accept a man that won't treat you like a queen. Don't accept a man that won't make you his one and only because you deserve to be that girl. You deserve to be that girl that every woman looks at and is jealous of because your man loves you. And lo and behold, Derrick Jaxn was not the man that we all thought he was. So it comes out that he's cheating. These photos surface, him on a boat with this young lady. They're moving around doing things. He and his wife go on Instagram Live. She's sitting there looking like somebody
With
great
a bonnet.
Aunt Melissa with a bonnet on, you know what I'm saying, with some big Coke bottle glasses on, you know what I'm saying, looking like she ready to cry. Then she goes on a few months later and defends him. Y'all better stop coming for my husband because we good, we locked in, we gonna be together. He's everything that he says he is. And then a week later, he announces their divorce. So she's been quiet for the most part until recently. This week, this is what Miss Danae Jackson had to say.
What did that do to you?
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own, and I spent a lot of time. Like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up, so I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And that is a low point to be. And I'm tearing up a little bit because I hate that I even got to a point where that was a thing, but that it was just that. And so I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. I completely lost myself. I became a shell of myself. I tried to imitate their hair, their actions, even sexual things that I had seen him doing with them. I tried to recreate that in our life when we were engaged, and none of it amounted to anything.
Miss Venus, you got that look of disgust on your face. Where are you?
Well, okay, so I understand, but at the same time, I'm saying, man, you mean to tell me you was watching these videos and was trying to imitate these women, and because you still wanted him?
Yeah.
So you can't lose yourself in a marriage, relationship. I don't care what it is.
Come on.
You cannot lose yourself. And this is what we do. Ladies, we go all in with full emotions to a point where we lose ourselves logically. You can't lose yourself. You can love your man and love your wife and still put yourself first. We think that marriage, per se, is supposed to be, oh, let me put you first because you're my wife, or let me put you first because you're... No, you better put yourself first.
Right.
Because she is a prime example. And I always tell people, men and jobs are the same. No offense to the brothers, but they will do what you allow them to do.
All the time.
So a lot of times we allow these men to do things to us and we still keep taking them back. Why? Because there is a lack of self-love. And when there is no self-love, then you loving him more than you love yourself. I got that in my piece. You know what I'm saying? Well, I talk about, it was a time when I was loving you more than I love me. You can't do that.
Let me ask you a question. What is my piece?
My piece, my poetry, my art.
Okay. Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been there.
Okay.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, she's lucky, she's blessed, lucky, whatever you want to call it, to even have survived that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, she tearing up because she still ain't over it. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you get a full healing, you can talk about it with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
You can conversate about it and still be victorious. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
So I would advise her to stay focused and get off them airwaves.
Right.
Because what's going to happen is people are going to come in and she's going to start reading those comments and things like that. And then it's going to take her back.
She'll fall right back into the place where she was trying to get out of.
She's going to fall right back into that place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful, ladies and brothers, too. It's men that lose themselves in relationships, too. You know what I'm saying?
Only place I get lost is when I go to Naperville last weekend. I ain't losing myself in nobody.
You
DP,
better not.
DP, what you got, man?
Hey, I actually want you to go first because you did something that was so cold earlier. I actually ended up watching this interview.
Yeah.
And he told me the interview from start to finish before he watched it.
Yeah.
I'm talking, and when I tell you he hit all of the main points from start to finish, like he took her whole life and he said the whole, and I was just like, That was cold.
So I'm not gonna do that. I'll give my take first because I might save that. But so she tells a story in the beginning of this interview about how she was raped at an early age, which we never make light of any of that. We never make light of any of that because we know a lot of women suffer in silence, and that's just something we don't play with. I'll play with mental health. Shout out to May being Mental Health Month. I'll play with mental health before I play with a woman's sanctity being ravished by a man or somebody that she trusted or whatever the case may be. But at first when I first saw this interview, man, this is the clip that I originally saw that was sent to me. And I was just like, oh, I really hate this nigga Derrick Jaxn. Like, I just was really ready to get down on him. And then I saw a second clip. And you hit the nail right on the head. Men are only going to do what you allow.
That's
Point
right.
blank, period. And another clip that was posted to Spiritual World. Shout out to Spiritual World. It's a shade room on Instagram as well. She goes on to say when they first started dating that he had a slew of women. And she was only one of many. She endearingly speaks to high-fiving them in the hall as they pass each other.
She was being sarcastic, bro.
Regardless, you don't be sarcastic.
No, she was passing them, but it wasn't like.
Well,
yeah,
we were.
But
well,
she literally was passing.
we
in the
knew
hallway.
we were.
Yeah.
We knew we were on shifts.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes our shift would run too long.
Right.
And we'd stay, and then hey girl, you know what I'm saying? How you doing? Like they were passing each other in the hall. And then she speaks to ultimately getting pregnant by this man. And then she goes on to say, well, I couldn't abort this baby because I had aborted 3 prior. Whoa. So now you want to get in front of this camera and you want all of us to feel sorry for you when this is the life you accepted. Yeah, no. That's not how that works. Because like Venus said, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do. Point blank, period. If you come into this situation, regardless what he said, oh, well, you know, girl, I'm finna marry you and you gonna be the only one. But literally before me, there were many. All the way up into the marriage, there were many.
He didn't tell her that though. But go ahead.
Regardless what you know what I'm saying? By him saying, getting down on one knee or telling your mama, I want to marry your daughter, that's him saying it's her and only her. But that's the assumption that's made in marriage. That's the regardless of what he said, that's the assumption made in marriage. Now, if he didn't say it and he was like, hey, but it's gonna be you and it's gonna be some other ones too, then I'll mind my tongue. But you cannot get on camera in front of us and be like, this man did this to me. No, bro, you wrong for that, bro. You wrong for that. And that's just come on, man. And then, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that struck me in this is she's on here talking about knowing other women bodies better than she knew herself. Like, again, mental health is a very real thing, and I won't play with it. But you have a long lineage of time in your life where you've been mistreated, where you've been misused, where you've been treated as less than, trash, walked over. The fact that you said I had 3 prior abortions, this man knows that. If you feel comfortable telling the world, oh, you've said it to him.
They his.
You know, oh, they were his abortions?
Yes.
That's even worse. Because you keep aborting the children, but now this one you want to keep? One word, resentment. I'm not getting ready to treat you like you want to be treated. I'm resenting you for having this child. She goes on in this interview to talk about being jealous of a child that they have together because the child is dark-skinned and those are the type of women that he likes. You resenting your own damn child? Man.
That's horrible.
So DP, he asked me earlier. He was like, man, how did you word the question, DP?
Actually, I was like, man, I sat up here and watched this whole interview, and I started dissing the dude, and you was like, man, these kind of stories is all predictable. And then you ran the whole interview. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the one thing that I was getting at is because, like, we keep having these conversations, but all of these conversations have an underlining story to them. You grew up without a father. You were mistreated by a parent or an uncle, someone that you have a good relationship with. that sends you on a path. Now you're searching for something. You're lost and you're trying to find it. There's a daddy issue there. There's an issue with mommy there. You know what I mean? And you're just in the world trying to see what you can see. But now you're going bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship. And then by the time you get to marriage, you thinking, oh, because religion says you should treat me different. And then you don't get treated the way that you feel you should be treated.
Yep.
Now you like, well, wait a minute. Why are all of these men bad? But it's like a perpetual circle of, yeah, no, bro, you was doomed from the start. But that's the issue that we have in our community.
Yep.
But we keep blaming it on everything else.
That's true.
And we don't look within ourselves. I started jargoning you earlier because I was trying to pull it out of you because I wanted you to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Like we keep saying it's men. We keep saying it's women. We keep saying go to therapy. We keep saying watch this person. We keep saying don't trust these people. But we don't get to the root of it.
That's right.
It's buried within our families. And you know where it's starting, Natishka? What happens in this house stays in this house.
There it is.
That kills our community.
That's a cancer in the community.
It kills our community. But it is the underlining basic problem for everything that we endure. Because men can't talk. And women feel like, well, every time I say something to this man, he throw it in my face. And men feel like, well, man, if I tell her anything deep, dark about me, the minute she get mad, what's she gonna do? Throw it right back at me. So we live by what happens in this house stays in this house. That ultimately kills us. I'm gonna get a little personal with y'all. This is why me and my wife are doing so much better right now. Man, listen, unless there is a chemical imbalance in you, meaning you have something mentally wrong, you have a deficiency where your brain should make things click or put them together and you can't, I don't believe in therapy. I don't. I was watching the Straight to the Point podcast. Shout out to them the other night. And Arthur Coble kept talking about, man, everything is a choice. We have a choice. You can make a choice. Everything has a choice. We make a choice to do everything that we do, whether it be cheating, making money, being lazy, taking care of our children, doing right by people. You this is a little bit off a subject, but you'll see that meme, you know what I'm saying? Do right by people and you won't have to worry about all of these posts thinking somebody talking about you.
I seen that before.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you just do right by people.
Yeah.
It's simple. But like we keep living this lifestyle like it's just we can do whatever we want. We can say whatever we want, and we can't. We have to start taking accountability. There's a very popular word in our community right now. We have to start taking accountability for our mess. And we don't, because what happens in this house stays in this house. I can't go to nobody. I can't talk to nobody. Just because I don't know you, therapist, that don't mean I can just come in here. Once I unfold all of this shit on you, you're going to tell me everything that book tells you to tell me, and I'm still going to feel the way that I feel until I make a choice.
That's true.
I have to choose to want to love somebody else. Go ahead, DP. I don't want to go with this thing too long.
I like what you did. I agree with everything except for the breakdown about therapy.
Yeah.
We differ on that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge believer that everybody needs to see a therapist. But in this woman's case, like I sat there and actually listened to the whole interview.
Yeah.
You can tell I ain't got no job. So
okay, Tommy.
So yeah, I'm definitely Tommy. I was definitely Tommy. So I watched the interview, and she starts out. She has an 18-year-old father, 16-year-old mother.
Yeah.
So you're parented by children. Dad's not even around. He dies when she's 12. So you got this young mother who you probably stand with your grandparents for the most part. Like, you're not cared for from the start.
Yeah.
You have insecurities about your look, and then all of a sudden, this star football player who's handsome to everybody else takes interest in you.
Yeah.
Like, she's doomed from the start. You know what I mean? Like, I see how it can go bad for her.
Yeah.
Like, when I first went into the interview, I'm like, oh, here she come with the excuses. But as she told her story, I almost feel bad for you because I don't think that we give the people who raised us enough credit. Man, we're built like this. We weren't born like this. We have so much self-confidence in ourselves because we were built this way.
Yeah.
Most of us. Some of us had to go out there and build it ourselves, but the majority of us, this came from something that somebody put in us.
Yeah.
Or like the exceptional people can see, like, man, it ain't no love in here, so I gotta love myself. That's way more rare than
Super rare.
But most of the time, somebody gave you that you can do it, or you gotta value yourself, and a lot of people don't have people telling them, like, man, you gotta value yourself this way. You gotta this isn't what love looks like. Stop chasing this love over here. Mm-hmm. But he was the first person to take interest in her, and he's popping. And for whatever reason, this guy's telling me he loved me. She said they fell in love in 3 days. They rocking and rolling. She coming off of being raped. She just got raped like 6 months before she met him.
Right.
And then you got this superstar telling you that you are everything that you wish you were. Man, she is in trouble.
She was smitten.
She's in trouble.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, as you were paying attention to her statement, he can still get her back. Yep. Because he's the greatest thing that ever wanted her.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's sad that that's the only thing that she knows to be love to be. And she said that she's in super therapy right now. You could tell she's been working on her weight. She looked nice.
Yeah, she lost weight. She lost weight since their Instagram thing.
But they have to co-parent. And the type of person that he seems to be, I'm sure he's still driving on her. Yeah. Because, he kind of had, he had hoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He never told her a lie. I listened to the whole crap. She never confronted him once about infidelity. She was going in his phone, and he was having sex with people. This is the story that he's having sex with people. She's watching it, and then he would catch her crying in the closet, and she'd be like, I was crying because I was thinking about my dad. I miss my dad. And he's comforting her about her dad. Yeah. The whole time she's crying because of what she just seen in the phone.
Yeah.
But she didn't want him to get upset and leave her.
Well, yeah, she spoke to that though. The lifestyle that comes with, you know what I'm saying, being with this uber popular guy, you know what I'm saying? He's making all of this money and, selling these books and all of these games and getting all of this attention. You live a lifestyle and you don't want to lose it.
And she has the misconception of coming in as the wife and you're just the baby mama. I didn't really choose you, but I don't want my kids anywhere else. Yeah. So come on. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you this lifestyle, but I'm going to do what I want to do too. Yeah. I won't bring them to the house, but I'm going to go buy this condo over here and I'm going to bring them there. And that's what he was doing. Mm-hmm. To me,
she don't have a leg to stand on.
I'm not going to say she don't got I won't say that. But you got to pick your poison sometimes.
He didn't lie.
Do you want this lifestyle? And do you want to raise your kids in a 2-parent environment, whether it's healthy or not?
Right.
Or do you want to separate yourself and go try to see if you can find what love looks like? But because you're so damaged, you're going to go find him again. Yeah. You're going to go find that same man. Yeah. So sometimes it's better to stay in what you know. Yeah. Because you're not sane enough to go find anything better. Yeah. And to her, if he's not where her ex-husband was, he doesn't even match up. She doesn't want to go back down to find real love. Right. Love is not over currency. Currency means more than love once you've had it. I like what you
did there. That was clean.
So
that was clean.
That lady's in trouble. I felt bad for her after I watched it.
I didn't.
I felt bad for. I don't feel like he wronged her at all, though. Yeah. He didn't wrong her at all.
So speaking of that, let's get into what we argue about in this conversation, because I hate Derrick Jaxn. I strongly dislike Derrick Jaxn because of the way that he panders to women, and he creates this image, and then you're nothing of the sort. So tell them why we disagree with that, because you think that's okay.
I feel like I can tell you something and it's true, but I don't live it. And you feel like you're supposed to live your message. Yeah. And I don't. Like, I can tell you, hey, DA, if you do this, you'll get bigger faster.
Yeah.
And then I don't do it. Like, man, hey, look, that don't mean it's not true.
Right.
I'm just telling you what works. So if I tell you, hey, a man's supposed to love you like this, and I'm right, I'm still right. Just because I treat her bad don't mean I'm not right anymore.
And it's so crazy because I always want to argue it, but I feel the same way about religion with pastors. Like, everybody thinks pastors are supposed to be up here and live a certain way. No, his job is to get you to where the religion tells you
I'm supposed to give you
to
the
go.
information.
And if you're believing in this religion, and I know Venus, I see it on your face. You know what I'm saying? If my job is to get you to this point, to believe that he is, him being, God, all that he says he is, it's just my job to leave you there. What I do in my spare time is what I do. I'm a huge proponent of that, 100%. But I dislike Derrick Jaxn. I don't know why, bro. It's the set. Listen, Natisha, I cannot find it in my mind to make it make sense at all. At all.
You know why I think that he bothers you so much?
Well, I was getting ready to say it, but go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
No, it's because of how he turns black women against black men.
There we go. I knew that's what you was gonna say.
Problematic for me.
Yep.
And it's like, come on, bro. Like, I get what you're doing, but you kind of gotta live it, bro. Like,
I was just gonna say,
like,
he made us the enemy.
Yeah, like you made us look like we were, and it's just like, bro, we was having a conversation offline. You know what I mean, about men being men and women being women. As a man, I'm only going to come in this house, take the garbage out, help you with the children, and we didn't get this far into it, but I'm going to be what the definition of a man is, quote unquote, in the home. You're going to be what the definition of a woman is in the home. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to overstep each other in that. Let's just be who we were made to be. Not the gender role thing, but to a certain extent. You know what I mean? And this dude is just like, yeah, girl, if he ain't rubbing your feet and rubbing your back every night and whispering in your ear and telling you the one, he wrong. You selling millions of books, bro. You got these women believing this shit that you spewing, and you're not living it, bro. And now they still follow you blindly. And this is where it's causing the arguments in our community, because it's just like, yeah, nah, bro, like, all of us is messed up too. We can't say it, but the same way women come from fatherless homes, mom working 2-3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? Grandma doing whatever she can. High school was a mess for me because I didn't get all of the shoes and clothes, so I had to joke and argue my way and fight my way through. I had to develop this survival instinct about me. I could never show no weakness. So now when I get out here into this world, I'm a lion. What am I going to do? Hunt. That's it. And I can never show my softer side. I just can't do it. But you're telling these women that I am the problem, which, again, going back to my original thing, there's a basis for it all. We all suffer the same struggle. We just don't know how to recognize it. And that's very dangerous in our community. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm actually going to leave that for the live show when we have like 70 to 100 people in the building, you know what I mean? And we can just kind of talk as a group. But yeah, no, that was strong for me, man. This whole thing. And I encourage everybody to go out. I'm sure it's on YouTube at this point. I don't even know who the interviewer was. He's something like a big deal. He does terrible. He does what he does. But I don't know his platform. But go look on the Shade Room. You can find his name. His interviewing skills are atrocious. She was being so transparent in moments, and this mother was laughing.
It was so disrespectful.
Like, bro. He was literally, and she like, nah, bro, like, you laughing, I'm serious. And he's trying to make a joke, and she like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was so bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, bro called me, he was like, man, bro, you should have got this interview. And I'm like, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? I'm something like a big deal. I'll get them all at some point. David Letterman will start calling me like, hey, DA, can I get Obama up off you? I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just let me do what I got to do.
Hey, Secret said, did he get a prenup? I don't know. I do not know.
You know what? I would say absolutely not, because he wasn't Derrick Jaxn when they got married.
He was.
No.
Yes, he was.
How long have they been married?
They were together. They were around each other for 9 years.
Oh, she said he got married. They got married in 2018.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was popping already.
Yeah, so he was.
Yes, he was.
They was already living good. I bet you he did. Because he knew he didn't want her like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Because in black culture, that's not a thing, bro. Prenups aren't a thing, bro. Like we don't think we have enough money to do it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you marry into the Trumps or you know what I'm saying,
Right.
the Kardashians or the Parises, the Hiltons, hey, get that prenup. Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
That's a fact.
There
too.
you go. He didn't think I'm gonna lose this because she's been here through it all.
And he actually filed for the divorce. She didn't file for a divorce.
Man, he filed. He filed if he filed for a divorce.
Yeah, he did.
That sucks.
He
You know what, Derrick
definitely
Jaxn?
did. He definitely did.
You better hope I don't get to your level. You better hope, boy. Because I'm going to DJ Academic you all day. Shout out to DJ Academic. He just be dragging niggas for no reason.
Yeah, he definitely do.
Like DJ Academic
Yes,
just
he
be
does.
starting fights. You know what I'm saying? And he's short and chubby. That's
He
a
is.
bad combination. You
He
know what I'm
is.
saying? Hey, you know what, man? Real quick, man, before we get out of here. What's the dude named Bubba Dub? Is that his name? Trash. I got an issue with this guy. I just took issue with this guy. He's a sports guy. He's a super LeBron fan. But he goes on his Instagram channel today and starts to diss all of the Jordan fans who stand in line to buy the shoes. He's all, y'all love Michael Jordan. You looked at my feet. I don't have Jordans on. Shout out to you, Bucko. You do. And Miss Lady in the back, Natitia's got on Jordans too. You know what I'm saying? But he's dragging men because he's telling them that they don't take care of their kids, but you know what I'm saying? They'll go stand in line for some Jordans. They won't go to their kids' recitals and graduations, but they'll go stand in line for some Jordans. He's dragging Jordan fans based off the fact that they're Jordan fans and they don't like LeBron. His message was super valid, but his delivery was wrong. And I thought of you instantly when I saw it, bro. Like, Mr. Bubba Dub, somebody tag this fool in it, or I'm going to tag him in and put him in a little small picture in the corner. You are a dumbass. I'm going to tell you why. Because Anthony Davis is 7 feet tall, and you literally made a post calling him a big yellow soft-ass bitch because he wasn't helping LeBron James. This man will step on you. Literally, step on you and hurt you. But you going to drag Jordan fans because they like Jordan, but then you'll drag LeBron's teammate because he didn't help him in the game where... Like, come on, bro. Like, where do our line of thinking goes? Like, you'll bring down your own community over some fandom stuff when you could just, like, make a post, like, do the room up real nice and be like, hey, man, listen, as men, we got to stop doing this. We have to be better. We need to be at our children. You know what I'm saying? You could have done that a different way, bro.
Right.
But you decided to, like, get some pub off this little situation, and you went about it wrong, bro. 100% Mr. Bubba Dub. You are, sir, trash, and I hope you respond back to me because I've been putting your name all over Twitter and Instagram all day because I'm trying to pick a fight with somebody who's a Z-list celebrity. Yeah, how about that? I'm a Z-list, so you a Z-list too, nigga. How y'all feeling, man? What y'all got on the way out? Hey, Ms. Venus, I appreciate you sliding. Tell the people about the book. Tell them about everything. Tell them.
Okay. So I'm writing a book. It's called The 10 Commandments of Self-Preservation.
Come on.
So it is a self-love book. It's to empower women and men alike. You know, it talks about relationships, you know, knowing yourself, putting yourself first, loving yourself, wanting yourself, desiring yourself, needing yourself, you know, crowning yourself. One of the biggest things with our people is we don't understand that we come from royalty, our lineage. You know what I'm saying? We didn't start at slavery, black people.
Absolutely not.
Okay, if you go back. You know, get your face out that Bible and put your face in some books.
She's finna start an argument.
The reason
on my
why I
podcast.
said that is because our DNA predates religion. Okay, so the only way you're gonna know yourself and know who you are and know where you come from is if you go way back. You gotta go way before all of that. BC, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Because self-love comes from knowing yourself.
100%.
Sisters, a lot of y'all act a certain way you wouldn't if you knew where you came from. If you knew the struggle.
Talk
you know
to
what I'm
'em.
saying? Brothers, a lot of y'all act a certain way, but you wouldn't if you knew where you came from. So, you know, it's important. Knowledge of self is important. So, you know, when my book is done, y'all don't know about it. And I want y'all to get it because it's all about empowering.
We definitely gonna
It's
bring
all
you back.
about empowerment. You know what I'm saying? I am a spoken word artist. I do write poetry. I do perform poetry. So I'm not working on anything right now as far as that. But, I'll let y'all know. Y'all know how I am. Facebook, Venus So Fly. Facebook, Bastet Black.
Instagram, Twitter.
Instagram, Madam Goddess. Not Twitter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? TikTok. But, I'm everywhere. Y'all know I talk a lot of shit. So.
We appreciate you. DP, what you got, man?
Man, I ain't got nothing, man. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Look at DP. It's just so.
Can you bless us with a word? Can you tell us about the magazine? Can you?
Yes.
You slide up to the mic. They
Come
can't
on
hear
now.
you.
You got
They can't hear you back there. You can be on camera if you want. Okay.
All right, so I am Natishka Pickett. I am a journalist, and I am the founder and editor-in-chief of 2 magazines. The first one is Arizona Coffee. It's the first Black women-run magazine in the entire state of Arizona.
Come on.
Where we highlight the Black community in all its greatness. The second one is Coffee Flair Fashion. It's a Black fashion magazine that highlights Black contributors in fashion. So that's designers, makeup artists, hairstylists, photographers, etc. And you can get both publications. Arizona Coffee is azcoffea.com, and Coffee Flair is coffea Flair FLAIR.com.
We appreciate you.
Come on now. We
Hey,
gotta
man.
definitely connect.
Blackness incarnate.
Unless I get your
Hey,
number.
listen, we don't have no issues with nobody, but we definitely us heavy. I want to appreciate y'all, man, for coming, chilling with us tonight. I definitely want to appreciate Miss Black for being in the room. I was kind of hoping she would have dropped something heavy on y'all by the way of poetry, but I won't force it. I'll save it for the next time.
Sure.
Miss Pickett, 100% positive because I want you
Okay.
back. Miss Pickett tried to pop in town and get up out of here without letting me know she was here. I just want to give y'all a real tidbit because I can't say too much too soon, but this is one powerful sister. She sees everything that we doing over here when I just want to talk, and she definitely reaches out when it's time to and when I need her to, when I don't even know that I need her to. She's putting me in position to be a very powerful, great man, and I just want you to know that I really appreciate you from the bottom
That's
of my
what's
heart.
up.
We gonna, it ain't about that, but we gonna make a whole lot of motherfucking money, boy. So, man, if I can't say any more, man,
Lock it in.
y'all have a good night, man, and we gone.
Peace.